Okay, people, so now it's August 9th, 2020. I didn't show you what I had done yesterday, but basically I did 35 buckets at least, people. I'm telling you. Okay? Anyway, I will do 5 to 10 today. Try to, just to space it out a little bit in terms of, you know, that heavy-duty lifting, right? And then I'm going to focus on the light stuff, right? Place these where I want. I'm going to make another shelf of that, and maybe two, depending on how much, you know, I use up this cement before it starts to rain, right? And I'm going to cover up one side, right? You can do one side at a time. And I'm looking for a metal pipe that I can hammer into the ground, because first of all, this is a board which is going to end up rotting over a period of time, where that stuff will never rot, but besides that point. So maybe I'll see if I can find something that's more heavy duty to hold the shape, but it will just bust off on the bottom. But I'm thinking as time goes by, the dirt itself will just compact and settle in, right? So I shouldn't stress out too much about it. And if I just brace this with a post, and if I can brace it with a post there, you know, sledgehammer it down by 1.5 feet or whatever, make it flush to the board itself, that will hold it in place for a couple of 2-3 years anyway, before the wood would even deteriorate. And by that time, the dirt will be so settled that it shouldn't be a problem. Now, I found another, well, it looks like a slab in there, but as I'm digging, it's falling. But I suppose if I was to take a rock or something and wedge it underneath it, it would hold it there, because I may decide to keep that there as well. I kind of like it. You can see roots coming from, I don't know, people. Right. And then this is what's going to happen here. We're going to be featuring Andre's city. Because he's got Minecraft on his mind. And I'm like, Andre, you know, you need to be a little boy and play outside. So, since you like to build cities, here's your spot in life where you can build a castle, and you can build a moat, and you can build a town. You can, you know, I'll give him some of these things. I'll go around the yard, I'll look for things. He said, can I have a few bricks? I said, yes. He'll have to maybe put something here so the dirt doesn't go down too much, right? So this is his little spot, because I'm like, well, where can I put him where he can just build something? And then I told him, I said, look, it can stay like this all winter, right? Because, you know, I won't need this till fall, or till spring. And even then, I couldn't use it as is, because this dirt isn't garden dirt per se, right? So, but for a child to just make a city in, you know, in real time. Oh. And then I told him, because I want to maybe try and run a few Christmas lights by the end of the year, because I give myself to the end of November anyway out here. We'll try and do as much as I can until the end of November. Right? I don't like working outside when it's really, really cold. But I have been out here in December. Okay? So, anyway, I think today I'm going to get the skill saw and just brace this up a little bit. You can see it's a little too wobbly for my liking. Right? Just give it a bit more support. And then maybe I said we could start painting it a little bit. Although I don't really want to come out here in sand. So just find some paint and paint over it. I was in here yesterday, right? You know, hiding that dirt, right? I'm like, where can I put it? Where can I put it? There's only so many places I can put it. And I've already put from a long time ago in here. So these, I can give him these things, right? He can make tunnels. There's all kinds of nifty little things around here that he can play with. He can have some of that, right? He's got the bricks. Yeah. So And then I told him, and we'll, you know, I want to do a few Christmas lights out here. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some of them out here. And then I'll put some lights in here, and it can stay like this till spring. Right? I don't know what am I going to do with it. He goes, what, Santa Claus going to see it? I said, well, yeah, I suppose he would. Right, so, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, people. I'm going to do light stuff for the most part. Yesterday, I put all my energy into this. 35 buckets later, I'm like, damn, you did good. You did good. So, we'll be back.
Okay, people, so now gave me this dirt pile. I'm gonna like make a city and a castle. And I'm gonna lay down some bricks here. And I'll show you when I'm done building. And I'm working on it.
What are we going to do? Write a story? No, on me. Put it on here. What are we going to do? As you build it, we're going to what?
A story.
We're going to what? Write it.
Write it.
Uh-huh. And you have to pick a what? Where is this town?
Canada?
I don't know. Is that the country you're going to pick?
Yeah.
For now?
Yeah.
For now?
Yeah.
We're going to look on the map, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the country might change.
Yep.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. And then after we're done and everything's tidied up, we're going to run some lights, eh? Try to.
Yeah.
And put some lights here.
But
and then it can sit like this all winter.
Oh, yeah, we can just plug the lights there. And then...
Yeah, I got lights over there. I got a plug over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it, people. Bye. Okay, people, so you see, I did it. I am building a wall. I did half. Now I'm going to do the rest of it. And got a tunnel. I'm going to bury it. Make it look like a tunnel. And then I'm going to make a little moat here. Just going to make water. And that's it, people. Bye. Okay. Okay, people, so, like, I am, just burying my cave. So, and I'm going to keep just, doing dirt, getting it ready, bury. It's, like a cave. Because I was thinking about building something today. So then we're gonna go outside. So maybe should I build a city? So that's what I'm doing. I'm just making my cave system first, and then my moat with lots of water. You make a circle, and then it does that. So that's what will happen. So, and that's what I'm doing. Bye.
All right, what you doing?
So people, I got the pipe. So I have the holes. So I'm gonna make the pipe. Put water through the holes, make it go down, and you'll see. Just going up.
Okay.
Okay, people, so I finished the rest. So I'm gonna do the other rest tomorrow. You see, I made my little other pool. There's 2 pools, but that one's a lake. And that one's the lake. This one's a dam. That's a little house right there. And that one's just like a little mine. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't get it. So, just a mine. And then there's another one right here. I don't know how did the car get in there? Did I dig a hole? Like, just to put something in? See? And, that's it, people. Bye.
Okay, so, anyway, it is what is it, 9th, right, of August? Oh, sorry, September. So basically, I just kind of doing easy stuff here, right? Just kind of tidying up just a little bit as I go, putting a lot of these planter pots in the back. I know what the city likes, people, so it's just a matter of clearing out some more planter pots. There's too many, right? It's only because I had trees, right? Don't know what I was thinking other than I didn't want the black walnut and the English walnut to go extinct in the province of British Columbia, Canada. If they weren't cutting down all these trees the way they are in terms of, you know, city councils and that type of thing, I probably wouldn't have done what I did. And because I did that, I ended up with all these planter pots all over the place. But as you know, I'm giving some away. Lucy, I think I'm going to send you these 2 over here. I think these ones over here are English walnut. I don't think that's a black, because English is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, right? That's so English, and then there's another little English there, right? You can see they're kind of beat up, right? But those 2, so I have to find still a couple of little black walnuts, which I'm pretty sure I'll find somewhere around here, right? So we've got the 2 English anyway, for sure, right? So I'll just put them off, put them over there, right, out of the shade, into the shade. They, you know, like I said, they, for whatever reason, these walnut trees, they like this in the first initial stages of growing. Even in the back, if I got them further in the shade, they're happy. So basically what I'm going to do here, because I'm kind of like doing a solo here, and it's kind of hot, so I'm ready now, but I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to go inside with Amari. Right, Amari? Amari's my little supervisor. And I'm thinking to make an apple pie, people. Yeah, you know what I really want? Oh, I so want. Sorry about that. You know what I really want? Homemade macaroni. Oh, with lots and lots and lots and lots of garlic and sour cream and potato pancakes with lots and lots and lots and lots of garlic with sour cream. Well, actually, the homemade macaroni, you use lots and lots and lots of onions. If you eat pork, you can put it with bacon, right? But otherwise, you can just eat with lots and lots and lots of onions and sour cream. And then you make your potato pancake, and you make lots and lots and lots and lots of garlic with sour cream. That's what I want. An apple pie, people. Yeah, this is why I want to get this yard done. Oh, so I can start getting back into the good old days of cooking those things. Right. Can you tell I'm going blind? Can you see? See? I'm going blind, people. I try not to worry about it. I figure if I'm alive, I'll just eventually one day learn how to play piano. That's what else you're going to do when you're blind. Right? I won't be able to cook. I won't be able to can. Sure in the hell won't be able to do no garden work. But maybe I'll write beautiful music, who knows. So I did 35 buckets of dirt yesterday, people. Whew. The only real pain that I feel is at my bottom of my feet. I mean, I've had that problem for years, right? I put Vicks on them last night. And my lower back from carrying Amari, because Amari's getting heavy now, right? But other than that, like my arms and stuff, I don't feel nothing. Doesn't bother me at all. Nope. My legs don't hurt. No. I suppose well, what happens is, in a couple of days, it's a hit and miss. It may happen or it may not happen. It depends. In a couple of days, that's when it kind of kicks in, and I'll be weak. So if I go to the apple tree, I'll say, like, Andre, you push the buggy. Nana's just too weak right now to push even the buggy. And I walk like an old woman. We laugh. Andre and I, we laugh. And say, see, Nana's starting to walk like an old woman. But I bounce back the next day. Usually. Right? So. And then, of course, I'm in this dust and this dirt, and you can see how gritty it gets, right? Like, it gets bad. It gets all up in here. It's been like that for years. So it's no wonder why I have pressure in my head, right? Because of all this dust. And then when I get into the plants, it's histamines from the plants, and Morning Glory, spits out its juice, and you get histamines from that. And then you start ripping up the, what is it called? The grapevine, and you're getting histamines from that, and spider webs, and just... So anyway, I'm thinking just to call it a day, call this video, just upload it as soon as I'm done. Keep it a short video, keep it light, alright? And, take a cloth to myself. I don't really have to have a bath. I just need to wipe myself down, right? Because I had a bath last night. Just wipe myself down. Maybe rinse my hair. Right? And I don't know. I so want homemade macaroni with lots of onions and sour cream. And I have eggs. I have the flour. I have fresh onions. Ooh. I have fresh sour cream. I have potatoes. I don't have garlic though, because I haven't really been cooking, but my son probably has garlic. Maybe I'll make potato pancakes with a little bit of homemade macaroni. And I still have apples, people. So I should probably take some time and maybe make a couple of apple pies. And then the rest of the apples over the next couple days, peel them, alright, freeze them, and save them for apple pie another time. Versus, I don't need any more juice. I got like two cases full of apple juice, some with plum juice. So I'm good for that. Plus I've still got from before tucked away, right? I've got plums, I've got grapes. We know strawberries, blueberries, right? So blackberries. So I'm really looking forward to trying making strawberry pie, blueberry pie, blackberry pie, right? When all this is done. And next year, right? It should be better. That's assuming that I'm still living here, because I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take to accommodate Amari's needs. Well, there's stairs here, right? Front and back. I was told that through the funding that I get for him, for his wheelchair and those types of things, I could get a ramp put in. I could. Right, but of course I'd have to talk to the landlady about that one. I still have to remove things from my house that have been there for years and years and years and years and years and years, just to make room through my teeny weeny little hall to be able to, I guess, push the wheelchair through, right? I mean, that's what I'm going to be looking at, because I figure in another 6 months from now or so, it's going to get very hard for me to carry him by myself, that is. Right? Because I'm small, and I'm only 105 pounds, people. Let's face it, I'm not that strong. Right? Carrying Amari is different than carrying buckets of dirt, right? It's two different, you carry them different, right? They require different parts of your body, right? my back hurts more carrying Amari than it does carrying buckets. Right? So what does that tell you? But Andre's getting bigger, and you know, I'm making arrangements to maybe pay somebody to come in and help me to move him if I need help, because there's nobody else around to help me, right? Whether that goes through or not, I'm not too sure. We'll have to just wait and see as he ages, right? You know, if I want to put him to bed, and my son's already in bed because he goes to work at whatever time he goes to work, and he's sleeping, I can't, you know, I mean, Amari shouldn't have to be put to bed every night at 7:30 at night just because my son's, you know, in his room and wants to go to sleep, right? You know, so my neighbor can come over and just help me put him to bed if Tisha's not around, or I can't do it for myself. So I'm not out of the woods yet, people. I take it one day at a time. But I know that once I get what I'm doing now done, and I'm going to end it on this note, I give myself to the end of November, pretty much, providing it doesn't get too cold. Like, work hard, real hard. Get as much done as I can by the end of November. And this time next year, well, next spring, not even this time next year, next spring, it won't be anything near like this, what I'm doing now, because it'll all be done, right? It'll be just a little bit of weeding, and, you know, the lettuce room will be fixed up and made, and, you know, miscellaneous junk is out, and, you know, take a lot of these planter pots and put them in the back, just, you know, empty out these bins with these ornamental rocks, and it's going to look really nice. I've got, somebody drove by today that was born in this house 43 years ago. He came by, he said, oh, long time ago, he said there was a bunch of metal in the yard, so I've never really had metal as I have rocks. A lot of rocks. And tree stumps, and, you know, when they cut trees and you have your branches, I'll drag that home for the pine needles to add into dirt, but I've never really had metal around, right? I'm not a metal worker, right? I don't know how to solder metal together, right? I don't know how to work. You need special tools, and that's more suited for a man, or at least have a proper work shed for it, right? Because metal gives off, when you're grinding it or cutting it, or, you know, it gives off metal, fine dust. It's enough I'm working with this crap. I don't need to be working with metal dust. So, maybe it was the tenant before me, or the homeowner before me, I don't know. Anyway, he came by with his kids and his wife, and he said he was born in this house, and his parents named him, I can't exactly remember how to pronounce his name. He's a Punjabi man, right? After the road ravine, so it's Rava or something like that. And, you know, he's showing his children, right? And we were talking about homeschooling. You know, of course, I let him know that his government's lying to him, and if he's interested, he can go on to my YouTube channel and check it out for himself, right? So, you know, it's for him to determine whether it's real or not. Even if you lead the horse to the water, the horse isn't necessarily going to drink the water. But I'd like to think that he has critical thinking skills, right? You know, he's a handsome couple, right? Their children were young. They have their whole lives ahead of them. So, you know, like I said, if I go into a store and I mention, oh, you know, so-and-so, your government's lying, you know, people like, what? Some, you know, depending on who they are. And they really want to know, right? Because what's going on is just down and out stupid, people. And I don't know what it's going to take to stop it, but you know what they say, knowledge is power. So anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day and rest, right? And maybe start the bricks tomorrow morning. I don't think it's going to rain, and I think I'm just going to satisfy my appetite and do my dishes. Not that I have a lot of dishes right now, but I've got a few. Make some homemade macaroni. Make some potato pancakes. Hunt around for some garlic. If I have to, I'll walk to the corner store and go buy garlic. Right? And maybe even try and get in a couple of apple pies. That would be really, really good. And have apple pie tomorrow morning. So technically I should make 3 apple pies. I should give 1 apple pie to my son and make 2 apple pies for tomorrow. Well, for upstairs. Because then, you know, Tisha can have apple pie. Everybody gets apple pie. And my son can have his own apple pie. But I'm kind of tired, so by the time I make the other stuff, we'll see. Alrighty, so end of this video.